Okay, here's the first of the new ones, and I think the new ones are kind of weird, I guess, or I'm not sure whether I don't know really, because I haven't really paid much attention. I set them aside once I do them, but my impression is they're a little off my normal. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Friday, January the 23rd, 2026, and today, by the way, is February the 5th, 2026. I posted on Friday, January the 23rd, number 4,956 to the Anachronisms blog. Founded at Anachronisms with a ZMS, ANACHRONIZMS.blogspot.com. On the right-hand side are all the different months if you're looking at a desktop version. You can just click on the month of January of 2026 and scroll until you find the 23rd if you want to read along with me. As I'm reading, or read it as not that you would be reading it out loud, but maybe you feel free to if you want. But I mean, it would be an option that I would like to do. What hides is the brides is the name of this one. It's in quotes. Nobody actually said that. It was barely a misreading. But that night, my bones were bored of feisty. Fun falls by the wayside where seashells are sold. That one worked. Be bold, I thought. I could see the light, and it was past 7:30 in the evening. We would have just called this night were it not the middle of summer, and the mosquitoes were hanging low. We always think we hear the whine of their buzz, with a humidity that's stuffed into the hot bubble that sits upon the earth and is as tall as we are, maybe 5'3" at best. We don't think much of brides. Well, I certainly don't. Perhaps the twins do. For all I know, Ginger does. Being one, taking one, how would I have known the difference, even as the oldest? I was reading of the dream-colored sex of Robert Heinlein's blob creatures or some such. Or were they asexual? Those were definitely orgasms that were happening, rest assured. That's my recollection, and how could one forget? My book was lying on my bed, the one that, if you peeked over the vinyl off-colored white headboard through the window screen, you'd see the leaves of the sycamore, the biggest branch of which I was currently swinging beneath in the backyard. They'd flap a bit and stare into my face as if they were reading my mind, should the wind not be blowing them all silly. Sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning, a few might be screeching upon the screen just loud enough to wake me up, in which case I'd hop upon my knees and stare out over that dirty white headboard, checking to make sure the outline of a tornado wasn't headed directly toward us from Potato Hill. I'd imagine the ominous shadow one would leave in the light of one of Chaffee's flares, which were flung into the sky at all hours of the night during the hottest parts of the summer. Once assured, I'd gather my covers and the Afghan mom made of each of us of our favorite colors. Mine had a purple theme. Curl up and sleep until it was time to get up and get ready for school. No dreams of future families, much less any brides, at least for me, as there would be civics and algebra and physics and geometry and band and my new favorite subject, which I would scribble in my journal my granny had gotten me for Christmas that I'd eventually fill from cover to cover with it. They didn't have classes specifically for it, but sometimes it would be covered tangential to reading teenage poetry, which was for sure my favorite subject for a while, starting that September.